Let us see the next one, deleting a node. In delete also we have three cases. First, we are going to see how to delete a node at the beginning of the linked list. So now the diagram is this one. I have totally 4 nodes. I want to delete this green color node because this is deletion at the beginning. The whatever is available as a first node, that should be deleted. If you see this diagram, I want to delete this node. If I delete this node, just a minute, this pointer and this pointer I have to change. Okay, this currently head is now having the value as 1000 because 1000 is the first node in the linked list. If I delete this node, I have to keep here 1500. But where is the 1500 available? That is available here. Okay, so you have to take 1500 from here and you have to store it in this place. Right, for that only we are going to see the step. So first, again, I have to change here. So I'm creating a pointer variable temp. Whatever is available in head, I am storing it in temp. Okay. Now temp is also going to contain the starting address of this particular node. Right. Now you keep this assignment, temp is equal to head. So you will create this node. Whatever is available in head, that will be copied here. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make this head to point to this node because I'm going to delete the green color node. So I am writing now head of next. Head of next is nothing but head is 1500. Head arrow next is nothing but this 1500. Okay, so this 1500 I have to store here. Okay, previously it was having 1000, but now I will store this 1500 here. So head of next is going to head arrow next is going to give you 1500. Store it in head. So when I execute this statement, this arrow will be created. Right? Now, what is the next step? If you see the next step, this you have to delete. Can you call the function free? Because I have allocated memory by using malloc. Whenever I allocate memory using malloc or calloc, I have to release it only by calling the free function. So I have to call the free function. To the free function, you will pass the pointer variable. What is a pointer variable? That is nothing but the starting address of this block you have to pass to the free function. Where is the starting address of this block available now? Previously it was in head, but now we changed the head. Now where is this 1000 available? If you see the diagram, it is available in temp. For that only we copied head in temp. Now you have to release this memory by means of free. So I am going to call now free of temp. Okay, that is the next step. In the next step, I am writing free of temp. Free is a function. To this function, you have to pass the starting address of this block, which you want to delete. The starting address of this block is 1000. That is available in temp. Previously, it was in head. Now it is not in head. It is available in temp only. So I have to call now free of temp. If I call this, try to understand this diagram. What will happen if I call this? Now I am assuming this is my garbage. It is going to collect all the free memory, this disk. Okay, so if I do that, that block will be put it in the disk. That's all. Now what you have done, you have made the head pointer to point to the previous second node. Now the green color node has been returned to the garbage. This is called as deletion at the front. Now we are going to see the next delete. So before that, we will see the function. In deletion at the beginning, we have only 3 steps. So first step is whatever is in head that you are copying in temp. So I am writing temp is equal to head. Next, whatever is in the next field of head that you are copying in head. So I am writing head is equal to head arrow next. Finally, I am releasing the memory of the first node, which is available in the pointer variable temp. So I am writing free of temp. Only 3 steps in deletion at beginning. Now, let us focus on deletion at the end. In deletion at the end, you want to delete the last node, but you don't know which is the last node. So you have to do traversal. Okay, so traversal means you have to create temp every time you have to update temp by means of temp is equal to temp underscore next. That is called as traversal. That we are going to do now. Now let us consider the diagram. This is deletion as next. I have totally 4 nodes. Green color node is the last node that I want to delete. Okay, so when I want to delete this node, what changes I will be doing is I have to make this 1600 as null, because after I delete this node 4 will have 1006. It will be the last node. So here, instead of 1600, I have to store null. Okay. So for that only, I'm going to find where is this node available. So I'm going to do the traversal. Just focus on the diagram now. So first, I'll be creating a temporary variable. I'll copy the starting address of the linked list from head. I will assign it to the temporary variable. So temp is equal to head. So this will be created if you do this step. Next, what I'm going to do, I am going to now keep track of one more node called previous. Okay, in deletion, additional pointers are required. I'm going to keep track of one more node previous. Try to focus here what I am doing. First, I am checking whether temp arrow next is not is equal to null. Okay, so why I am doing this one is I want to check whether the node is the last node that has to be deleted. So I am checking whether temp arrow next is not is equal to null. If it is not is equal to null, I have to do certain steps. Okay, so now my temp is containing 1000. In 1000, what is the next field? This is 1000. In 1000, the next field is 1500. This is not null. If it is not null, you are going to do two things. One is whatever is your previous temp, that you are going to store it in this previous variable. Okay. Now currently temp is pointing to this blue color node. Now you will call this as previous and you will call the next node as temp. Okay. So now I am going to copy the value from temp. I am storing it in previous. For that I am writing prev is equal to temp. Then I will make this node as a current temp, right? So where is this address available? This is available in the next field of this temp. So I am taking the next of temp, I am storing it in the current temp. That means after this step is over, your diagram will be like this. Previous is containing 1000, that is the address of this node, and temp is containing 1500, that is the address of this node. So when we started, we made this temp as a pointer to this node. Try to follow my cursor movement. When we started, we made temp to point to this particular node. Now, this is not containing null in the last linked field. So I'm going to make this node as the previous node and this node as a temp. Okay. So for that only, I am writing these steps. Next, what you're going to do, this is now temp. You check whether the next field here is null. This is 500. This is not null. So what you have to do, you make this node, this 1500 as previous and this as your temp. Okay, so see the address in the next slide. Now previous is containing 1000, that is this address. Temp is containing 1500. Okay, next slide, you focus here. What I am going to do, I am going to keep this 1500 in previous. Then instead of 1500 in temp, I am going to store this address, that is 500. Okay, so in the next step, I am doing this change. Okay, next, my temp is pointing to this particular node. I will check whether the next field of temp is null. It is not null. It is 1600. So now what I will do, I will make this as my previous node and this as my current temp. Okay. Now focus. Here I have previous as 1500. That is, this is previous and this is temp. In the next iteration, I will make this as previous and this as temp. Focus on this address now in the next slide. So previously 500 was in temp. I have moved that to previous and temp is now 1600. That means temp is pointing to this particular node and previous is pointing to this particular node. Okay, now I am checking the next field of temp. Here, temp is having the next field as null. When it is having the next field as null, I will come outside the loop. When I come outside the loop, temp is having 1600 and previous is having 500. Try to remember this. When I come outside the loop, temp will have this value. It will point to this node. So it will have 1600 and previous will point to this node. So that will have 500. Okay, that only I have written here. Let us go to the next slide. I'll be changing this loop here. Okay, so now I came out. What I have done now is I found which is the last node. Where is the address of the last node? Can you temp? Okay, so you want to delete this one. When you delete this one, this should have a value as null. Okay, where is this address available? This address is available in priv. Okay, this is 500 is available in previous. Now you have to go to previous. In that you have to change the next field as null. Okay, so that I am writing here. Previous arrow next is equal to null. If I do this, this will have null. This is detached from the linked list. If you see, green color is detached from the linked list. The next step is you have to return it to your free memory. Okay, you have to call the function free and return this one. Okay, see the next. I am calling free. To the free, I have to pass the starting address of this green block. The starting address of this green block is 1600 and that is available in temp. So I have to pass temp to that. If I do that, this will be returned to the free memory.
The properties of the heaps. What are the properties of
I'll share the attendance in few minutes, students.
number of dynamic heaps, right?
I have not yet created it. Okay, let me admit everybody. Okay, so now let us see this last step one more time. When I come outside the loop, my temp will be, just a minute, people should not miss. So we will wait for one more minute for others to join.
Ma'am, why we took previous, ma'am?
Pardon?
Why we took previous?
If you don't take previous, you will not be able to keep track of this address. Next slide, I will tell you. You have to do some changes. That change is possible only with the help of this previous. I will explain it in the next slide. Okay, so now what I am doing is, okay, still joining. Okay, so now when I come outside this loop, my temp will be having value 1600. That is nothing but the starting address of the node, what I want to delete. Okay, and the previous is having the starting address of this node. You see, previous is having the starting address of this node. Okay, when you delete this green color node, what you have to do in this node, you have to store null here. Okay, so for that you have to know the starting address of this node.
Okay.
What is this? Students, somebody, you please mute your mic, Vignesh. Okay, thank you. See here, when I delete this node, I have to store null here. Okay, for that I need the address of this node. Then only I can store null in the next field. For that only I am keeping track of previous. If I don't keep track of previous, it will be difficult for me to delete this node and store null here. Okay, so when I come outside this loop, my temp will be having 1600. This should be stored in the garbage area. Okay, it has to be released to the garbage area. Then I have to store null in this blue color node, which is nothing but the next field of previous. Okay, actually this is not new. There is a mistake here. Since I copy from the other slides, I'm doing mistake. Right, now you see here, forget students, here it is not new. Okay, now you see this, previously this was 1600. It means it is pointing to the node. I have to delete this link. What is the meaning of deleting this link is, here I have to store null. Okay, for that I need the address of this node. The address of this node is 500. Where is this 500 available? It is available in previous. Okay, so now what you have to do is, you go to previous, that is 500. In that, access the next field. Next field is this one. In that you store null. Okay, so I am writing priv arrow next is equal to null. When you do this, automatically this link is removed. Okay, what is the next step? Still this memory is free. This is not released to the garbage area. So you have to release this memory to the garbage area. For that you have to call the function free. Can anyone tell me what is the argument to free according to this diagram? See the values of address and tell me. Free of
Free.
temp. Yeah, free of temp. Very good. I want to free the address starting from 1600. 1600 is available in temp. So I should write free of temp. So that is the next step. If I do that, this will be automatically released to the memory. Is this clear? Now why I am keeping track of previous? Somebody asked me doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Right. So with this, deleted end is over. Now, the function is first, when you start, you are keeping head in the temporary variable. Then you are writing a loop. Inside the loop, every time you are checking the next field of temp. If it is not is equal to null, you are going to do two changes. You are going to keep track of the current temp as previous. Then you are going to take the next of temp and store it as temp so that you will go to the next node. Do this till you get null in the next of temp. If so, come out. So now you have to do only one pointer change. The pointer change is nothing but you have the previous node. In that node, in the next field, you store null. Only one address change. Then what is the final step? Since you are deleting, something should be released to the memory. That is the garbage area. That is nothing but free of temp. So with this, delete end is over. Now comes the last delete, delete at middle. Okay, so what is the meaning of deleted middle? See this node green color. It is not in the end and it is not in the beginning also. It is in the middle of the linked list. Again, same thing. Take the head value, keep it in the temporary variable so that temp is having 1000. Then as a user to enter the key, what he want to delete. So I am getting it from the user. Okay, so now next, what I'm going to do is I am going to first check whether the data field in the temporary node is equal to the key I want to delete. Okay, so here the data field in the temporary node is 1, but the key I have given is, think that the key I have given is 4. Okay, this node I want to delete. Okay, so the key is 4. Now they are not same. When they are not same, it means that you have not reached the node what you want to delete. So what you have to now do is you take another node called previous. In that you store the current temp value. That is current temp is 1000. That I will be storing in previous. Then in this temp, now I will be storing this 1500. Okay, so that is available in next of temp. Okay, so now you focus this diagram. When I start, previous is not having anything, temp is having 1000. I am checking whether the data in temp is same as the value I want to delete. The value I want to delete is 4, but data in temp is 1. So I have to still continue. When I want to continue, I have to do two changes in the pointer. The first change is whatever is current temp, that you put it in previous. Okay, and the second change is whatever is in next of temp, that you put it in temp. So two changes we are going to do. After that is over, my diagram will be like this. Previous is having 1000, temp is having 1500. Now go to 1500 and check whether the value, that is data in that field, is the value you want to delete. Data here is 2, but value I want to delete is 4. It is not same. So what I will do now, whatever is in temp 1500, I will move it to previous. Then whatever is in next of temp, that I will put it in temp. That step is over. 1500 will be moved to previous and temp will have 500. Okay, now what I will do, I'll go to this 500. I check the value in that. It is 4. I want to delete 4 only. Both are same. When both are same, here you see the data of temp is 4. You want to delete 4. Both are same. So you come outside the loop. Okay, now let us focus here. The loop. In the loop, you are checking the data of temp. If it is not is equal to key, you are going to do two changes. First change is whatever is in temp, that you are going to store it in previous. And whatever is the next of temp, that you are going to store in temp. Okay, hope this is clear. Now, let us see after that what we want to do. Now we know that this is a node we want to delete. So what is the starting address of the node you want to delete? That is 500. Okay, where this 500 is available? Look at this diagram. When you come outside the loop, 500 will be available in temp. Okay, this you have to release to the garbage area. Okay, so let us focus on the next slide. You see, this 500 I have to release to the garbage area. If I simply write free of temp, this entire memory will be released. But before releasing this to the garbage area, I have to make this pointer, you see, this pointer is now pointing to temp, okay? And this is pointing here. Now this I am going to remove. When I remove this, I have to make this pointer to point to this, okay? Focus on the mouse movement. This I have to make. What is the meaning of making this one? This address is 1600. That address you put it here. Okay. Can here I have to put that address. Okay. Now you see I want 1600. Where is 1600 available? You see here we are keeping track of only 2 pointers. One pointer is having 1500. Another pointer is having 500. Where is this 1600 available? You see this? Here we have 1600. This is nothing but in the 500, the next field is 1600. Okay. 500 is available in temp. Okay. So 1600 is nothing but temp arrow next. If you do this, you will get 1600. Now, where you have to put that 1600? It should be placed here. Okay. What is this? This is nothing but the next field of 1500. What is 1500? It is previous. So in the next field of previous node, you store the next field of the temp node. If you do that, this arrow will be pointing to this one. Okay. After that, you have to release this node to the garbage. So this node starting address is available in temp, right? Free of temp. If you do that, see this arrow I am making by means of this statement. First statement is going to create this arrow. Okay. And next statement, when I write free of temp, the green node is released to the garbage. The entire steps I have written in a function. Hope you can go through that. Whatever I have explained, all the steps. Let me tell you one more time. I'm starting with temp. I am initializing that with head. From the user, I am getting the key value. Then I'm going to search my entire linked list. I am checking whether data of temp is not is equal to key. If it is not is equal to key, I have to do 2 pointer changes that I'm doing here. Current temp, I am storing it in previous, and next of temp, I am storing it in temp. When I come outside the loop, I have to do only 1 pointer change. That pointer change is nothing but whatever is in next of temp, that I have to put it in previous of next. Sorry, next of previous. Then I have to release a node to the garbage. For that, I am writing free of temp. So in today's class, we are going to say about display and one more function for searching the node at the linked list. Now let us focus on the display. In case of display, we are going to start with the first node in the linked list, and then we will be displaying only the data field of the linked list. We will not display the next field. Okay, remember pointers we are not going to display. We will be displaying only the data present in the node. So in case of display, first you have to display this one, then get this address, go to the address 1500, display 2. Then here get 1600, go to the address, display 3 and get the address here. Here address is null. When the address is null, you stop the loop and come outside the loop. Okay, so after displaying the element, you come outside the loop. This is the thing we are going to do. So every time you want to update the pointer, whenever you want to update the pointer, always you should have a temporary variable because the head should not be changed. So you keep a temporary variable, and whatever is available in the head pointer, that is the starting address of the linked list, you copy it to the temp node. So for that, I am writing temp is equal to head. When this is executed, the temp node will be created, and that will have the starting address of the linked list stored in that. Then what you have to do? You have to write a loop. Inside the loop, you search the nodes one by one and then display the value till you get this null. Okay, so for that, we are going to write now while temp is not is equal to null. If you see now, when you start temp is 1000, it is not null. Okay, so when that is 1000 is here, it is not null. So while temp is not is equal to null, you are going to display. What you are going to display is this data. Okay, so how to access the data? First time, if you see temp is 1000, I want to access this one. One is nothing but temp is this 1000. This one is available in the data field of 1000. So I have to write temp arrow data. Okay, I have to print it. After printing it, I have to make temp to point to the next node because next time I want to print this too. For that, I need the address of this node, that is 1500 should be stored in temp. And 1500 is available here. That is nothing but currently temp is 1000. Okay, in the next field of 1000, you have this address, right? So from temp, you get the next field and store it in temp. After this line is executed, your temp will have 1500 instead of 1000. That is nothing but address of the next node. So when this is executed, first time you will have 1 displayed on the screen. If you see this blue box, that is output. First one is displayed because here I have 1. After that, what I'm doing, next time I'm changing temp to 1500. That is nothing but from here I am getting and storing it here. Then I'm going to 1500. Then I'm displaying the data from there. That is nothing but 2. So when this is executed, 2 will be displayed on the screen. After that, I will take next from the temp, that is nothing but 1600, and that will be stored in temp. So after this is executed, if you see, your temp is having 1600. Then you come to this loop again. Check whether temp is not is equal to null. Yes, it is 1600, it is not null. So you display the data from that address. So the address is 1600. Go to that address and access the data. That is 3. So display 3 now. After you display 3, next change the next temp as next field of temp. That is nothing but this is temp, okay, 1600. Next field of temp is null, right? So now after this is executed, your temp will be null. Now you come to the while loop again and check whether temp is not is equal to null. Now temp is null. Since it is null, you will not go inside the loop. You will come after the loop. Now what has happened is you have displayed all the 3 elements on the screen, that is starting from the head node till you reach the last node with the null pointer. You have displayed all the nodes on the screen. Okay, so now that is the function. So I have written it in a form of a function. So the function name is a display. Don't pass any argument to this function because we have declared everything as a global variable. So first, when you start, assign temp with the head pointer, and then while temp is not is equal to null, every time you display the value of data which is present at temp, that is nothing but temp arrow data. After that, make temp to point to the next node, that is temp of next should be stored in temp. Repeat these things while you encounter null in temp. When you encounter null in temp, all the nodes have been displayed, so you come outside the loop. Declare the main function, in that you read the choice from the user. Since it's a menu-driven program, you display the menu to the user. If you see the menu, I have functions for create, insert at the beginning, insert at the end, insert at the middle, then deleted beginning, deleted end, deleted middle, and then display. So all these things we are supposed to perform. And then the case number 9 is nothing but exit, which will cause the loop to be terminated. Then from the user, you read the choice and store it in the choice variable. After that, since it is a multi-way selection, you are going to use a switch statement because there are so many options we have, more than 2. So you pass this choice to the switch function. In that, you have so many cases. For every case, you call the corresponding function. 1 means I have to call the create. Likewise, you call all the functions one by one for all the cases up to 8. Then in case number 9, I am giving exit. Then in default, you ask the user to enter a valid choice from 1 to 8. And repeat these things while choice is not is equal to 9. When the user presses 9, it means that he wants to exit. So you come outside the loop, right? So this is the menu-driven program for single linked list. Next is how we are going to search a node in a single linked list. Okay, so we know how to display a node in a single linked list. Now we are going to see how to search a node in the single linked list. It is more or less similar to the display only. Study 2 different types of searching algorithms. One is linear search and another is binary search. What is the meaning of searching is, one linked list will be given to you and they will also give you one node. You have to search the linked list and check whether this node is present or not. If it is present, you will return 1 to the user. If it is not present, you return 0 to the user. Okay, 1 means it is present, 0 means it is absent. That we are going to do now. So write the function as search. To this function, you are going to pass one data, that is nothing but the data you want to search in the linked list. So what we are storing in the linked list is integers. So you can pass this as an integer argument, int x. Now I have to search. From where you will be searching? From the beginning of the linked list. Okay, let me tell you how I want to implement the search. First, I have to start from this one. Suppose, think that I want to search for 3. First, I will start from this one. I will check whether 1 is equal to 3. Now they are not equal. So I have to go to the next node. I will check whether 2 is equal to 3. They are not equal. I have to go to the next node. I will check whether 3 is equal to 3. They are equal. Since I found the element, I will return 1 to the user, saying that the element is present. Suppose I am searching for 5. Okay, first I will check with 1, not match, 2, no match, 3, no match. Now, what I will do, after reaching 3, if you check here, we have null in the next field. So your linked list is over. You can't search further. Okay, so you will check the linked list only when you get your element present, you will come outside the loop. Otherwise, when the end of the linked list is reached, you will come outside. Okay, so there are 2 ways in which you will stop your search. One case is your element is present, so you are not continuing, you are coming outside. Another is your entire linked list search is done and your element is not present in that. So you can't proceed further, so you come outside and say that it is not present. That's all. Now let us see the program. So first, I have to start from the head node. I am keeping the head node in the temporary variable. This one I told you, every time you have to keep head and temp variable because you should not change the head pointer. It should always point to the same node. Don't change it now because it will affect other operations. So keep head in a temporary variable. Then, while temp is not is equal to null, you have to search element by element. What you have to do, you have to take the value of data from the temp. So I am writing temp arrow data and you check whether it is equal to the element you want to search, that is X. If they are equal, you got the element. Okay, so return 1. Now understand return 1. Whenever you write return 1, it will not continue with the remaining part of the program. When a return statement is executed in any function, the control will stop and it will go to the main function again, from where you are calling this function. It will go to that place. Now assume that I am calling this function from the main, so control will again go to the main function. So what will happen is, if your element is present, you will skip the remaining part of the program, you will not continue. If element is not present, what you are supposed to do, you have to go and check the next element. For that, I am changing the address stored in temp. Temp is equal to temp arrow next. Do all these operations one by one. When you get null, okay, when you get null, you will come out. What is the element is present in line number 7 itself, you will go to the main. Okay, it will come to line number 10 only when the element is not present in the linked list. So in that case, you return 0 to the user. Okay, so your return value from this function can be either 1 or 0. 1 means the element is present and you are returning. 0 means the element is not present, you are returning. Now let us see how we are going to write this in the main function. So in main function, in the same program I have continued, there I have stopped up to case number 9. Here I am writing case number 10. So case number 10 is for you want to perform search operation. So first what you have to do is, from the user, you try to get what data the user want to search in the linked list. For this, you declare this key as an integer variable. After that, you call the function search. To this function, you have to pass the key only. Remember, here I have not passed the pointer to the linked list because I have declared everything as a global pointer, global variable. If you don't declare them as global variable, you have to pass the starting address of the linked list as parameter. Now, I am calling the function search. I am passing the key value. When the key is present, some answer will be written from the function. Irrespective of whether your element is present or not, it will return you some answer. That answer, you store it in a variable called flag. This flag should be declared as integer again. Okay, and if your function is returning some value, flag will be 1. So you check whether if flag is equal to 1. If flag is 1, the meaning is the element you are searching is present in the linked list. So display the message. Okay, else if flag is 0, the element is not present. So you print that the element is not present in the linked list. Okay, so I am writing this as case 10.